So welcome back to my channel. This is my 100th video. I can't really believe it, and by some miracle I am so close to reaching 1,000 subscribers at this moment anyway. Last night I was at 990, and then because of the incredible support of my fellow YouTubers, I then got to 995, 998. I can't really believe it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on my living room floor and listening to me ramble on. Today, I figured like we need to do a special video. I need to wear my special shirt. It's my 100th video. And the reason this is a special bag for me, the reason I'm doing this now, is because I didn't think I would ever have a YouTube channel. It's something I wanted to do for years before I actually did it. Fellow creators, I mean, they were the ones who really gave me the confidence to do it. I started to see women that I identified with, because I really would only watch like the big names, you know, the really big influencers. And then as I started to move away from their content, I found so many incredible small channels, which are now quite sizable. I mean, they're doing wonderfully. I'm so happy for them. And I just seeing women that I identified with, they really gave me that confidence boost to start. So I never thought I would have a YouTube channel, never thought I would be doing this, never actually thought I would have any Louis Vuitton. My husband was laughing at me the other week because he's like, man, like, you're like all about Louis now. And I remember when you hated Louis. And I was like, I never hated Louis Vuitton. I never hated it. I saw so many fakes in the early 2000s, so that was like the imagery that I associated with this monogram canvas. And it's hard to break those associations, but then obviously going back to the incredible people on here, I saw people that I identified with and they loved Louis Vuitton. They had a different story to tell with it. That definitely, I mean, you can think of that as being influenced, you can think of it however you like. I think it's a beautiful thing. Our tastes change, they evolve, we're able to break old associations, it's wonderful. And I really started to appreciate the beauty and functionality in Louis Vuitton bags. I absolutely saw what they loved about them, and then feeling them just pushed me over the edge. I love the feel of this canvas. I love the feel of vachetta leather. This is obviously a coated vachetta. Okay, so that is why we are doing this bag, this topic for the 100th video. I mean, just so many nevers in there, and lesson learned. I should not say never, except for maybe dangerous things. Anyway, yeah, loving Louis Vuitton. No danger there. None at all. I'm so happy with it. So let's get started. To start out with, I do have this baby packed full. Now, I did a whole video about my Tory Burch black leather backpack and how I was like, yeah, this is the bag that I find the hardest to use. And it was a big purchase for me 7 years ago. It was a bag I bought for myself to celebrate getting my job, and it was monumental. And that was, I want to say it was between like $600 and like $750, somewhere in that ballpark. And I thought there's no way I'm ever going to get a backpack. But at the beginning of this year, it might have been around February, I went into a consignment shop and I tried an older version of a Louis Vuitton backpack, and it came with an organizer, a really nice quality, like sturdy organizer. Didn't check the brand, so I'm not sure which one it was, but I would say if it's not Simone, I mean, it was on par with Simone just from the feel. And it completely changed how I saw that backpack. And just backpacks in general. I realized that this one has a lot more structure. It's a lot lighter than the leather Tory Burch one I have still. I'm keeping it. But the organizer was a total game changer because it doesn't just crumple in on itself. The other one, obviously being black, it's so dark inside, it's impossible to see. And with moving towards mini bags, all of the items that I put inside have kind of downsized. Much smaller wallets, I'm using a card holder, sometimes I don't even bother, I'll just take keys, the 2 cards I need, and then I'm done. This stuff, I mean, it's a little bit easier if you have bigger things, just easier to grab. So I love that the organizer, oh no, are we gonna be blanking a lot during this video? Hope not. I love that the organizer provides the shape and structure. It obviously makes things a little bit brighter inside. So I'm gonna have a picture just to show you what it currently looks like, and then I'm gonna take everything out. You can see right there. So I'll have that picture up there in the corner. I took that before filming. Currently in this bag, I just packed it full to give you an idea of what fits. If you're a fan of Louis Vuitton, you very well might have some of these items, and there is still some space. So I do have my mini pochette, which I purchased with this bag. Again, kind of a never piece. I thought I'd only ever seen pictures, I'd only ever heard people talk about them, and I thought, well, you know, this really isn't that important for me to have. I want to put more money towards my handbag collection because that's the thing I love, and those prices keep going up. You know, I want to get them before they're totally unattainable. But oh boy, do I love this. I love it so much. It's so handy. I've been using it really so frequently since I got it. And when I was able to get it, because I actually had it in stock, I knew immediately. And it was the same thing with this backpack. I wasn't sure until I went in, and then there it was, and I tried it on. My husband's with me. He's like, I can't believe, like he knows how much I love mini bags. Like, I can't believe you're thinking about getting this. Oh wow. How things have changed. In here I also have just a little pink notebook. This is from Moleskine. And then my French wallet from Ferragamo. I really like brightly colored SLGs, I mean, especially this pink. It's just really easy to see. And it's a fantastic wallet if you were looking for one. Perfect condition. I really need to do like an SLG collection video. In here, really just to show again what it can fit. This is the Cosmetic Case from Louis Vuitton. I love this. I actually don't use it for my cosmetics when I'm traveling, but I do use it for all the extra little bits and bobs. Like I've put, nail file, nail clippers, tweezers, extra hair ties, extra bobby pins, phone charger. I put all of those things. It's not a great shape for makeup, oddly enough. I have to go more into that another time. Just because most things are too long, and maybe that's just what I have, I don't know. It can't fit brushes, and I'd rather have all of those things in one space. Then I grabbed one of my biggest sunglasses cases, my new Prada ones, but it can also fit a Chanel sunglass case. That thing is huge. So that, and then last but not least, a Contigo. Oh, those things are wonderful, especially in the summertime because I like them for holding cold water. They're not going to sweat inside my bag. I've never had any problems with leaks, but it's good for coffee. Or any hot liquid of your choice. So there we go. This is just the inside. I think of the organizer as a fundamental part of this bag. For me anyway, I would need this organizer. Oh, honestly, I don't think I would have bought it. I don't think I would have had that moment in the consignment shop where, it planted that seed. It planted that little idea of like, maybe I could get a backpack. Maybe I could really enjoy this. Yeah, completely changed my mind. Otherwise, it just has a slip pocket. You know what? I'm curious, for all you LV people, by the way, you are the only LV people I know. I have no one in my real life who's into this kind of thing. But, the stickers that come, that they name, they have like the product number, it has the price. Let's see if this will focus. What if I hide? I don't know. So this was $2,710 US. So yeah, what do you do with these? To get back to my question, what do you keep them with your receipt? I often just forget them inside the bag. But maybe this would be helpful one day if I ever wanted to sell. Not that I can really ever imagine selling. I mean, The only time I could imagine selling something is if I just found out that I really hated a bag, but I don't see that happening with, yeah, I don't know, unless I like was going to prison or something and I desperately needed the money. Also don't see that happening. I really don't ever want to sell my bags, because I have recently found myself in a position where I kind of regret letting some pieces go. I mean, they weren't designer, but they were very special to me. Like, gosh, well, there was this one handbag that I got when I was in high school, perfect condition, Dooney and Burke. It was a denim shoulder bag, and I donated it like 6 years ago now. Someone was selling the exact same bag for $175. I just checked this morning because I was curious, and because I was like, gosh, you know, I really wish I had that bag. Not for the money, I don't wish I would sell it, not at all. No, I have so many memories attached to that bag, and I was convinced to donate it for the wrong reason. It was a part of that whole like minimalist purge thing, and letting other people's opinions influence me, and thinking about how much stuff I had and how passionate I was for these like clothing items and bags and accessories, all that stuff. Like, but which really leads me to like how I want to use this bag. I mean, I use it for errands, but I love the idea of taking this on trips. I like the idea of seeing it wear and having all of those memories attached to this bag. I haven't taken it on a trip yet, but I have used it for errands. I live in New Jersey currently. I've moved around the East Coast quite a bit, and where was I going with that? We don't have bags in stores anymore. You have to use reusable bags. They'll sell them to you there if you don't have them, if you don't have one with you, but they don't give out plastic bags anymore in stores. And even the places that used to give paper bags, I've noticed that they don't give paper bags anymore. I thought they still would. Anyway, basically it means I'm carrying a lot of reusable bags with me when I go, when I run errands, when I do the grocery shopping, and also just like, you know, you think you don't have to go anywhere, and then you realize you're out of milk and you have to stop by the store, and then you realize all the other things that you don't need. So with running an unexpected errand, I have started just to carry those reusable bags with me, and everything fits in here. Everything that I pulled out, I wouldn't necessarily be carrying all this stuff. If you're wondering what's in my mini pochette, I've been using this when I've been commuting to work. I have headache tablets in here, I have floss, I have a Dior lip glow, a tiny perfume, lip balm, lipstick, 2 hair clips. Everything fits in here, just everything I would possibly need. What else is there to say about this bag? I love the drop. I love that it sits flat on your back. If you are thinking about a backpack, I would encourage you to do it if you think you'll use it. And this is coming from just an absolute micro bag obsessed lady. I love tiny bags. I love how light they are. I love how easy it is to get to all your things, because there's this much space where your things could be. You can't fit a lot of anything. I feel unburdened by tiny bags, and I am saying that I love this. You could probably keep your wallet in this front zippered pocket. I am honestly not worried about security at all when I wear this. I do generally wear it just slung over one shoulder. In the fall and winter time, when I am wearing a jacket, I'll probably wear it 2 shoulders more often. But I can be a pretty sweaty gal. I can be very sweaty. So if there is not like ample barrier between my armpits and this leather, I don't want to have it deep up in my armpits. Does that make sense? Basically what I'm saying is, in the summertime, I wear it slung over one shoulder. One, because it's just comfortable. That's how I always wore my backpack when I was a kid, and I'm not quite over it. And then the strap doesn't sit snug in my sweaty armpit. So yeah, in the winter and the fall, Certainly easy to load this bag up, distribute the weight. But as you saw, it can fit a lot, and it was still very light because it's a canvas bag, but it's a really sturdy canvas. I don't have the most Louis Vuitton experience, so I can really only compare it to the things I have, and I think that this is a really nice, thick, it doesn't feel like hard or plasticky at all, but it feels substantial. It has like the right kind of stiffness where it has great structure, but it doesn't feel bad. Does that make sense? I hope so. Oh, there are no feet. I never really went over the features. This is the treated vachetta leather, so it has kind of that that pre-aging. I don't really know how you describe it. I assume that they treat it with something to get it, just to kind of boost it a bit, get it a little bit further along in its aging process, and I assume that will maintain a more even patina. Yeah, this charm is obviously removable. I've just kept it on for now, and if it wears, it wears. It'll look good. I think it'll look cool with the bag. These little slip compartments in the Zimone organizer, I think those are perfect for a Louis Vuitton clay, for any kind of card holder. And when it comes to security, especially if you have like a light scarf or sweater just on the very top, I really don't think you need to worry too much about this bag. Would I take this bag to Times Square? No, but that's because that's hell on earth. I don't want to go there anyway. Then I mean, that's the only situation that I can think where I would keep it a little bit close to my chest. But otherwise, I live in the burbs. Like, I don't need to worry about security with this bag. Even if I was in New York, DC, Philadelphia, I wouldn't be concerned about someone trying to open my bag and reach in, especially if, you know, and if you are having that scarf or sweater on top. I mean, there's no way that someone is going to be able to get into your bag then without you noticing. And I'm sure all the city folks can agree, you generally stay pretty aware of how close people are to you. If I was sitting on the train, I wouldn't just be ignoring my bag anyway. And I think they look for people who are distracted, which can totally happen to me when I'm commuting home from a very long day. Okay, was there anything else I want to say about this bag? I have a meeting in 10 minutes, so I tried to do this pretty quickly, which is actually kind of great because it stops me from rambling on too much. Please let me know if you have any questions about this backpack. This is just my first impressions, and I absolutely love it. It is just the magnet, though this piece actually could come apart, which is kind of funny. I have mixed feelings about this. The older styles, it was a proper buckle where you had to undo that buckle if you wanted to get into the bag. This is so much easier. I think the only benefit to the buckle is the security aspect, and as I said before, I'm not really worried about that. I have been an East Coast city girl my whole life, and you just develop certain habits when you're navigating a city, and I would not feel worried about bringing this at all. I want to bring this on trips. I want to take it around as we do a lot of our car trips on the East Coast. So yeah, this is my bag. This is my first impressions and my 100th video. So please let me know if you have any questions. Is there a bag that you said never to? Is there a brand that you said never to and then suddenly you found yourself changing your mind for whatever reason? I know that usually we think of influence as like this dirty word, this bad thing that we don't want to be associated with. But I think it can be a really beautiful thing. It just depends how you look at it. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again, just on my living room floor for my 100th video. I really can't believe it, but I will talk to you next time in video 101. Bye. Okay, we need to get filming because I have a meeting in 30 minutes. Let's do this. Oh, video 100. Oh, I can't believe it. Video 100, video 100. Oh.